I am selling my BMW M340i. And over the past 2 years of ownership, I've really grown to love this car, but there are also some things that I really started to not like about it in the recent past, which kind of has me thinking now that maybe I should move on to a completely different platform. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 biggest reasons why I'm selling my BMW M340i and what I might be going for next. And although the reasons in this video might be some things that you can already kind of guess, there are also some reasons as to why I'm selling this car that you probably wouldn't even think of even if you own this car. So let's start off with the first reason as to why I'm selling the car that started my YouTube channel, my BMW M340i. So I've owned my BMW M340i for 2 years now, or just a little bit over 2 years. And over those 2 years, I've done a lot of modifications on it. And while it's pretty far from fully modified, it's also kind of pretty far from stock. I've got wheels, aesthetic mods, downpipe exhaust, a really good E50 tune on here, and this thing probably makes 500 horsepower to the wheel. And I mean, how could I not love this car? This is literally the car that started my YouTube channel, and I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to join the family, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm making videos every single week just like this for you guys. And I'm out here, it's 46 degrees, and I'm wearing shorts because it's leg day at the gym. But I love what I do, and I love making videos for you guys. But this car is awesome. It does everything well. It's fast, it's fun, it's reliable, and most of all, it does that with 4 doors and a lot of trunk space. So it's extremely practical as well. But there are just a couple things that I've really started to not like about it. And the very first thing has to do with tuning and modifying this car. So if you've watched any of my previous videos before, you know that my M340 is full bolt-ons. It's got a downpipe, Valvetronic exhaust, flex fuel kit, and an E50 tune from Ecutech. But I've run into a problem when it comes to modifying this car, and that's that I've hit a wall. My very next upgrades for this car would be something like a big turbo or port injection to run full E85. But both of those two things are extremely expensive. Port injection, if done the right way with an intake manifold and injectors and everything, usually also requires a turbo kit at the same time. Now, it could just stay on E50 and run something like a pure 800 or pure 850, and I would get some really good power gains, but what's the point if I eventually have to upgrade to port injection anyways? If I wanted to do everything there is to do on this car the right way, it could run me anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000, which is a really expensive price tag for a car like this, because most of the reasons why people buy an M340 is to make cheap, reliable power. And at that point, it no longer becomes cheap and no longer becomes reliable. $5,000 to $8,000 to upgrade my B58 engine, but eventually I'll be pushing so much power that I'll have to start building the transmission. And a transmission upgrade alone will cost me a whole lot more money. And a lot of people with a built M340 just like mine have run into this very same situation. You continue upgrading your M340, build a transmission, put a big turbo, do port injection, do everything. Or do you just upgrade to a car like the BMW M3 with the S58 engine? Because to get 800 horsepower in this car, you'd have to do all of those things that I just mentioned. But to get 800 horsepower on a BMW M3, all you really have to do is a bolt-on tune with maybe E50. You're sitting at just under, maybe even at 800 horsepower to the wheel. Now, the second reason that I'm selling my BMW M340 is really just because I've gotten tired of the car. When I had my A90 Supra, that car was so fun. It was fast, it was good looking. There was a lot of different things about the car that made it not regular traffic. Here in New York, these M340s are a dime a dozen. I see them everywhere. And it really makes for an experience that I'm not really driving a car that's special by any means. But there's really not much that's special about the M340 besides the engine. But this car is almost like a one-trick pony. It goes fast in a straight line, and that's about it. Also, not to mention the fact that you kind of have to modify this car if you really want to get the full driving experience out of it. If you're buying this car with the intention to keep it stock, then I just would look elsewhere, because this is truly a car that shines brightest when it's modified and tuned to make big power. At bare minimum, with a bolt-on E50 tune or even just 93 pump gas, this car is awesome. But if I was keeping it stock, then this would not have been the car that I would buy. But like I just touched on, this car is really only a one-trick pony. It goes fast in a straight line, but it doesn't handle that well. But it's really just missing that X factor that so many high-performance cars have. And to some people, the M340 is their dream car. And to those people, I'd say yes, go ahead and buy this car because it's awesome. But once you own a car and you have it for a little while, you realize that that car is kind of the new standard. And naturally, most people start wanting more, and that's kind of the position that I'm at right now. I've maximized almost everything I can do with this car. The only thing I probably haven't done is coilovers, which will make it handle a lot better. Just like engine modifications, a good set of coilovers will run me about $3,000. Now, it just got extremely cold outside, so before I tell you the third reason why I'm selling my BMW M340i, let me talk about the reasons why I love this car, as well as the reasons why I think I might actually miss this car. So like I said before, this car is kind of a one-trick pony. It only really does one thing really well, and that's go fast in a straight line. And if I'm being honest, there are absolutely no other cars for the money like the M340i that can give you as much value per dollar as this car does. And that one thing, going fast in a straight line, it does very, very well. Yeah, it does it so well. Just a small little launch, half throttle. You get thrown back in your seat with how powerful this thing really is with just basic bolt-on mods. And not just the value per dollar you get for the car, but the value per dollar you get mod for mod. I mean, I will say this all day, every day. I think mod for mod, this car is beating an F80 hands down. A G80, obviously not. But mod for mod with both cars running bolt-on mod, both cars may be E50 tuned, I think that this car will win 9 times out of 10. And that's just because of all the crazy torque that this car has and the awesome all-wheel drive system that it also has. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This car, the M340, is the best deal that you can get right now for any car, period. Which brings me to the third and final reason why I want to sell my BMW M340. And I'm actually gonna throw the fourth one in here as well. And that's because of this YouTube channel. I've been making videos on my M340i for a month. And there are only a certain amount of videos that I can make on this car before my videos start to get repetitive. And I've started to repeat some of my videos recently and make them a little bit better than they were before when I first started YouTube. But I want to create more content for you guys, whether that be with this car, with another car, with a BMW, maybe with a non-BMW. But it all really depends on what you guys want to see. But another reason is that my car is just about to hit 63,000 miles. And when I bought this 2 years ago, it had 28,000 miles, which means in 2 years, I put about 34,000 miles, which is a lot and way more than the average person drives in 2 years. That's really because I've road tripped it twice and it's been extremely reliable those 2 years. But since I'm at 62,000 miles, a lot of the maintenance for this car is starting to come up. Some people are telling me water pumps or fuel pumps or something is gonna fail, some kind of pump just around this mileage right before I hit 70,000 miles. And I'm really not looking forward to spending any more money on this car. So because it's at 62,000 miles and because I want to continue making content for you guys, I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to get into a brand new car. But I want you guys to tell me, what car do you think I should get? Should I get maybe a project car for this channel and keep this car just for a little bit longer? I was really thinking something like a Mazda Miata, something cheap and fun that I can build on the channel here with you guys. Maybe it's manual. Maybe you can just do a bunch of different things with that car and still have this BMW M340. Or should I just go all in on a brand new build? I really have been wanting a G80 M3 Competition X-Drive, the ultimate version of that car and the ultimate version of what this M340 really is. It's got the S50A engine, bolt-ons that can make that thing super duper fast. It kind of makes sense because everybody with the M340i ultimately upgrades to a G80 M3. But should I also do that for this channel? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. Or if you think I should just get a completely different car, let me know what car you think I should get in the comments below. Now, even though I said this car is a one-trick pony, it does that one trick extremely well. It's so good in a straight line. It's cheap, affordable, reliable. It's everything that you could possibly want out of a modern day car. But after owning my M340 for a while now, I've started to want more. And I think that it's time to upgrade my car, not only to get into something better, but also for the channel for you guys. So with all that being said, guys, let me know what car you think I should get in the comments down below. And as always, I'm Ryan from Gears and Gains, and I'll see you in the next one. Never mind, M5 competition just came by, so I don't think I'm gonna miss this car anymore.